What loans are for? Somebody who's following different podcasts, entrepreneurial podcasts, business podcasts might say, oh, I know. They are for the things that will allow us to make profit. Good, but a bit too early. Loans are for us to buy things that we are able to buy, but don't wanna spend our money for, to keep our so-called liquid assets with us. And let's get back to owning a car as a good example. For instance, you're not like Alex. You don't need just go to work and come back from work. You have a lot of things to do using the car and bring kids to the school, and your work actually requires you to travel. Okay, well-analyzed situation, let's buy a car. And let's review classical scenario, at least back home, where people, previously smart people, were considering buying a car on the budget that they actually had. Should they spend this money to buy a car? Nope. The budget actually, the meter, what kind of car you can buy. You have this amount of money, okay, buy car worth this amount of money using the bank loan lease, usually called. How come? Well, don't forget, our life is full of surprises, and most likely we're talking about used car right now. And no matter what the previous car owner said, definitely a best idea to bring it to the service and check what needs to be changed, and if things are terrible, you might have to pay quite a good amount. And therefore, this money will be very useful. Otherwise, again, you're taking a loan. The next thing is the fact that, first of all, you're fully secured. You buying something you are capable to buy. Therefore, this means most likely you will be able to pay the lease earlier. In the end, it could be more cheaper than comparing to the inflation, because don't forget, inflation is always there. And most of my viewers are not from US and Britain. Therefore, they know that, okay, 1,000 worth this much before, but this year, because we have 10, 15, 20% inflation, oh my God, it doesn't worth right now like this. And when you're taking, for instance, 2-year loan from the bank and paying the loan within 1 year, you're paying much less interest rate, and therefore basically keeping it on the level of inflation or even more profitable. That's the main interesting thing about it, right? We buying something we are able to afford using the loan. But if I don't have money, but I want to buy this thing, I want to go to this trip, well, we don't buy. The only other reason when we buy something that we are unable to afford, that will make us profit, that will save us a lot of money. End of the story. That's the main thing you need to understand about the loans.